Welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Huge opportunity coming up on Saturday for Josh Heupel and this football team. We all know the deal, right? We're almost to the end of the week. It's Thursday. You've watched every single YouTube show. You've read every preview article. You've listened to every podcast. You've heard the storylines. First time since 1989 that both of these teams are going to face off undefeated. 15-year streak for Alabama. Josh Heupel is looking to end another streak, and it is a huge opportunity for that coming up on Saturday. A couple of things in the news this week as well. Jalen McCullough, obviously we know the situation going on with him, arrested over the weekend. And Josh Heupel was asked yesterday during the SEC teleconference if there was a decision made, because there are some rumors floating around that McCullough is going to play on Saturday, or is he suspended on Saturday. Some people saying that he's going to play Saturday but be suspended next week. The comment from Josh Heupel is nothing has been decided on Jalen McCullough. He says the administration is handling most of that. We'll have conversations with them here as they continue to gather information and make decisions on the back end of the week. So still no decision made on Jalen McCullough. I made a video on that earlier in the week, and the way that story played out, that's a tough call. I don't know what Tennessee will do there. We're going to get into the main topic of this video here in just a second, but just a couple of quick notes also on Cedric Tillman. I know the articles floating around talked about it with Ben McKee last night. WBIR saying that Cedric Tillman, according to sources, air quotes, sources, that he is definitely going to be out on Saturday. Josh Heupel, of course, again, during the SEC teleconference said that they don't have anything on that yet. Going to continue to evaluate, and that'll be a decision that they make later in the week. So the point of this video, want to talk Jeremy Pruitt, former Tennessee head coach Jeremy Pruitt, is in the news today. He was on the beat with Mike Griffith this week talking about this Tennessee-Alabama game. We're going to get into his comments where he said the officials will be involved in the outcome of this game. What do you think about that? Before we get into that, as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin' VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live tomorrow morning, another morning show, a bonus morning show Friday, 9 a.m. Myself and Gabe going to jump on here and get you fired up right before we head into the weekend. We'll be live an hour before kickoff on Saturday for a tailgate show, fan call-in show, and then obviously we'll be live immediately following the game. So make sure you tune in to that. We're going to jump in and hear what Jeremy Pruitt had to say about the officials. He did actually make some good points throughout his appearance with On the Beat with Mike Griffith. Talked about how Tennessee has to prepare for two different quarterbacks and how they would go about that. He said you really got to focus on third down and red zone, because if Young's not in the game, if Milroe's in the game, you've got to keep him contained. He said you're going to have to spy on third down, so that's something that they would be preparing for. Also said you need to chart each pass when Milroe's in the game compared to Young, kind of see where the ball's going on third downs. He said, Alabama's run game is what it is. It's not going to change. Obviously, the quarterback will be a little bit more involved, but he said Tennessee going to have to just stop Jahmyr Gibbs in that Alabama rushing attack. He said going into the season that Tennessee was the only team in the country that could score with Alabama. He said Alabama, he expects them to sell out, kind of try to stop the run game, play an extra guy in the box, which is going to create one-on-one matchups on the outside. And again, that's where, is Cedric Tillman healthy? Does Cedric Tillman give it a go? But on the flip side of that, Ramel Keaton's been playing good football. if Alabama sells out to stop the run, I think Hendon Hooker and this wide receiver unit is going to go out and light them up and make some plays on offense. So that will be something interesting to watch. But he talked a lot about Hendon Hooker, his accuracy downfield, just how good of a quarterback he is as well. But when he was talking about the one-on-one matchups and having those opportunities, he had something to say about the officials being involved in the outcome of this football game. Let's take a listen to what Jeremy Pruitt had to say about the officials on Saturday.
And the thing that is going to come into play there, Mike, is going to be the officials. How are they going to let them play down the field? You know, Alabama's going to play bump and run, and when they get down there on contested balls, you know, on these contested balls, is it going to be incomplete or they're going to be pass interferences?
We all know that Bama bias is real. We know it's real. We see it every single season. The SEC wants to protect their cash cow. They want Alabama undefeated in the college playoff. It's all about money. We all know it. It's all true. But what Jeremy Pruitt is saying there is how physical do the referees let the DBs at Alabama get? And we've seen it. I've seen it in the Texas game, saw it in the Texas A&M game. That's their style of play. They're grabbing, holding, pulling, shoving, pushing. If they're going to get up in the face, let's say Cedric Tillman's healthy. If they're going to get up in the face of Cedric Tillman and Brew McCoy, two big physical wide receivers, and play press man coverage and get physical down the field, I don't want to see these ticky-tack offensive pass interference calls that Brew McCoy has been getting the last couple of weeks. If you're going to let the Alabama defensive backs play physical, then you better let the Tennessee wide receivers play physical, because I like those two guys on the outside, even Ramel Keaton. I think he can go out there and play physical as well. But if you want to get in a dogfight, if you want to get in a scrap with somebody like Brew McCoy, I say bring it on. Play press man coverage, and let's see if you can stop the passing attack from Hendon Hooker, from Brew McCoy, from Jalen Hyatt. You're talking about adding another guy in the box to stop the run. Tennessee will make you pay. Josh Heupel is going to have something dialed up, schemed up. I don't think Alabama can stop Tennessee on offense. I think this game completely boils down to the other side of the football. Can Tennessee stop Alabama's ground game? Does Alabama go out there and try to slow this thing down, especially if Bryce Young's not in the game? If Bryce Young is not in the game, do they go out there and we get a whole lot of Gibbs just running the football down Tennessee's throat? How does that Tennessee defense stack up? How do they hold up? Because week in and week out, we keep seeing them have success stopping the run. And you could say, well, they haven't played anybody. Bullcrap. They've played people. You know they've played people. I know they've played people. They've gone on the road to beat a Pitt team. They beat Florida at home. They beat a good LSU team on the road. I don't care what you say. Going into the game, everybody said that LSU was going to run all over Tennessee, and Tennessee would not be able to stop them. Tennessee shut down their run just like they've shut down every single running team in the country. 89.2 yards per game on the ground Tennessee's given up. On the flip side of that, Alabama's only given up 84.5. The big difference is the passing defense for Tennessee, and we've been talking about it for weeks. It's been a concern for this football team all year long. So which quarterback do you get for Alabama? Does Bryce Young give it a go? That's the conversation people have had all week long. And if he doesn't give it a go, what does Tennessee's defense look like? I think that backup looks like a killer out there running around on the football field. But I don't think he's that dynamic throwing the football. But we said the same thing about Anthony Richardson. We said the exact same thing. He went out and threw for 450. But I think Tennessee can keep up. I think they can keep up. I think they put the pedal to the floor, keep their foot on the gas, and go out and score 40 points. And I think we may be firing up some cigars after the game. But what do you think about Jeremy Pruitt's comments there, that the officials will come into play? When asked what the outcome of this game would be, what was going to happen, he immediately brings up the officials. You're talking about a guy that has been in and around that Alabama program, the Tennessee program, both sides of the rivalry. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about when he brings up those officials and what they allow the Alabama defensive backs to do. But hit that comment section. I always want to know your thoughts. I hope you guys will join me and Gabe tomorrow morning, Friday, 9 a.m. for the morning show. Going to be a good conversation. And also, make sure you go check out the merchandise. Go to bonfire.com/store Facebook.com/Talkin VAWLS. You guys can see there the limited edition Buck Fama shirts. Just a couple of more days to pick up your Buck Fama shirt. It's going to be gone forever on Saturday, immediately after the post-game show. We got the brand new VAWLS by 50. All the old merchandise is still there. Go check it out. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Appreciate all the support you guys give this channel. The love that you show this channel blows my mind. Last night's live stream was an absolute blast. Ben McKee came on here and killed it. Man, he broke down this Alabama game. You want some in-depth breakdown of Tennessee, Alabama, go back and watch the show from last night. Really good time having Ben McKee on the show. Talk to him afterwards. He wants to come back on, so we're going to continue to do some stuff with Ben McKee, with Eric Kane, some other guys around the Tennessee media. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.